My name is Rob Marvin. I've been a resource manager for Acadian Seaplants for the last 14 years. We manage about 30 harvesters here, make sure everybody's in the right area. We have certain quotas that we have to get as prescribed by the government, and we stay within those parameters. And generally just to make sure everybody has the proper equipment to do their job. We like to have somebody self-motivated. It's a very physical job, so they have to be physically fit. We always stress that you're your own boss out there. We kind of co-manage together. My job and your job is to look after the resource in the area that you'll be harvesting seaweed. The harvester will manage his area, and we also keep track of what's being raked there. But we like to have people that care about the resource so they can come back next year and do the same thing. It is a good way of living. You can make some decent money. There's no question about it. We're not going to stand over you. You're just going to go out and do your thing when you can do it. So the harvesters in our area use a 21-foot skiff. It has a 40 horsepower motor on it. They have a rake, all the safety equipment, bilge pumps, and we provide all the unloading equipment. We have different unloading equipments at different locations. So our boat motors are designed to carry loads of 4 to 5 tons. Some will carry up to 6 tons. They're like a big bellied skiff. We've got all EFI motors now so that everything's up to standard for fuel efficiency and general workmanship. We have a season here. We wait for the fruiting period, which is a reproductive cycle. When that ends, we begin. We don't want to damage the reproduction of it for the upcoming year. When the water temperature is really good that winter, then the seaweed is growing all winter and we can start earlier. And we also monitor the wind. The wind is our enemy. So when the winds start to settle down, then we begin our harvest. Tide range here in southern New Brunswick is about 25 feet. The guys all work on the tides. They do an up tide, which is a flood tide. It's about an hour and a half after low tide that they begin their work, and they rake up until the top of the tide. And then they take the time to unload their seaweed, and if they so wish, they can do a down tide. The average person will probably go 4 to 5 days a week. Some guys go 6 to 7. But you'll take a day off if the weather's not conducive for raking. So it might be a Tuesday, you might have a day off, and you might decide to rake on a Saturday. It just depends a lot on the winds that week. So our average harvester gets about 20 tons of seaweed per week. That equates to about $1,000 to $1,200 per week, and that's our average. We have harvesters that make quite a bit more than that. We have some that make a little bit less, but that's our average. It depends on the individual and how long they've been doing it. If they've got the knack for it, guys can do their boatloads in 2 or 3 hours. So we provide accommodations for people that travel from out of province. We've got probably about 30 or 40% of our harvesters that come from Newfoundland. So we've got one location, a central housing unit in Penfield, which houses about 12 harvesters. We have another location on Deer Island that houses about 4 to 5 harvesters. So if you want to become a harvester, we provide all the safety equipment, the boat and motor, unloading equipment. You just basically need a pair of rubber boots and a pair of rubber gear, like rain gear, and some extra clothing, and you're good to go. We'd love to have you come join the harvest.